Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Yeah, it's been about a week since I've done any videos. I do apologize for that. I know you guys have been missing them. But anyway, we are back here tonight on Friday for a big, nice 10-game slate. A lot of injuries to look at. So, that's the only thing about, sucks about doing it early in the morning. I still think even at lock, we're not going to get some injury news. We'll have to play it by ear. So anyway, like I said, we got injury news. I'll give you both scenarios. If they play and if they don't play and who that affects and everything like that. So, yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys are all getting all your shopping done for Christmas, and hopefully you guys all have a good one as well coming up here in a couple days. So as normal, would love to have you guys join us. $35 a month for Fanduel and $35 a month separately for DraftKings. To get in on that, check out our website in the comment section below and hit us up on Twitter as well if you have any questions. So that is mostly it. Yeah, let's get into it here. Going to do it a little bit different here today. If you do like the new way of doing it, leave a like so that I know that you guys like the new format. If you like it, I will continue to do it this way. So like I said, if you like it, leave some support there with that like. So anyway, we're going to go game by game here, which I usually do. But we're going to do it a little different here. We're going to use Fantasy Cruncher. I'm using my own projections, so don't make it seem like I'm using their projections. As you see here, their projections and mine over here. So, yeah, let's get into it. Our first game, we have Detroit and Charlotte at 217 and Charlotte by 4. So we're going to break it down by position here. So I really like this game. I think this could be a low-owned game with a lot of pretty good people, putting out some pretty good points here. I really like Walker, as you see there, DVP 28th. I got him around 45. I think he could go a little bit higher. Like I said, I did just put in all these projections myself. So, this is what I personally think. I will be changing this throughout the day depending on the news, but that's what I got for now. Like I said, I got Walker at 45. If the, total goes up, I could change it, but I really like his matchup. Good DVP as well. At home against Detroit. I do like Walker, one of my top guys. I got Jackson at 25, not my favorite guy out there. Maybe 25 is pushing it, so as you can tell, I really don't care for him. Not high on Lamb, had a good game last time out, but I'm not too high on him. I do like Reggie Bullock. I got him at 24. I think that's where he can land. I think his ceiling could be around 30, 35. His ownership could be a little high in this one. DVP is 22nd, so I really don't mind Bullock. His projection, I may raise it up, but I think 24 is a good spot for him to hit, but definitely has a lot of upside. So I do like him. Don't really care for any of these other guys down here. Small forward, don't care for anyone here, as you see. Just my projections don't care for those guys. Power forward, I really like Griffin. They got him for 39. I got him for 45. I think he's in a good spot here. I do like him. 44 to 46 is what I'm looking at for Griffin. Hard matchup here, but like I said, he's pretty good in these situations, and he's been playing around anywhere from 44 to 45 points. So that's what I'm liking there. Probably a cash game play, maybe GPP just because maybe low ownership. Probably around 19-20%, which is kind of high here on a big slate. But I do like him in cash games for sure. Marvin Williams, you can definitely look at him. Minutes are going up around over 30 here this last week and a half. So I do like Marvin Williams for a cheaper option. He's 56, so not cheap, but I do like Marvin Williams here tonight. Moving on, we got Drummond. I'm not too high on him. I got him for 45, so cash game play if you want to go that way. And then we got Cody Zeller at about 24.75. I have him around 24, 25. So I don't mind him, but not my favorite play. DVP is 26, so he could get you up to around 25, 26. So you can consider him, but price is up there a little. But that's kind of what I'm looking at there for the first one. All right, we're going to move on to our next game, Cleveland and Toronto. Only a 207 in this one, and Toronto by 12. So this excuse me, this one should be a blowout for sure. Cleveland can stick with good teams, as we know, but they are pretty bad. But for the most part, they're kind of fighting right now. So anyway, Fred VanVleet, I got him around 25, 26. I think he could top out around 30. So I do like Fred VanVleet. I may put him up a little higher. Sexton, I got him for 20. He's just not shooting right now. If Dellavedova's out, maybe that gets him to 21, 22, but not too high on my radar in this one. This is one of those games you're just going to want to pay down for guys that may get a little bit more exposure here if it's a blowout. Anyway, not too high in Clarkson. I don't mind Burks, 47. I think gets you around 22 to 25. Not high in Green. I do like DeLon Wright. I really do. Like I said, this could be a blowout. No Lowry, as we know. 20 in his last 2 games. His minutes are going up a little, dipped a little against Indiana. That was a close game. So I do expect this one to, could be a blowout. So I got him at around 19 and a half. I really don't mind DeLon Wright here. So if you're looking for someone cheap, I really don't mind putting DeLon Wright in there. Not a lot of upside, but like I said, maybe from anywhere from 19 to 20, 23, 24 in this one. Maybe extra minutes, like I said, if it's a blowout. And then we got Kawhi. I forgot to change him out. But anyway, I'm probably going to change him a little bit. Probably got him around 45 points. Maybe 46. We'll have to see. But I'm going to put him down a little bit. If it stays close, maybe he does half decent for you. But that's where I'm looking at there. Not too high on Osman or Hood or any of those guys. OG Anunoby, my goodness, sorry about that. Anunoby here, 17, maybe 18, 22 to 20, as you see his last 2 games. Not playing big minutes. Usage is half decent. Getting a couple shots. So, like I said, another one of those guys that may play a little bit of minutes. I got him around 17 to 18. He has shown up in a couple of my projection models. So you can look at him for a cheap option if you need him. There's not a lot of good value as I'm recording this. Obviously, injuries could happen throughout the day, but so far there's not a lot of value out there. But anything can happen throughout the day. All right, got Larry Nance at 32. I think he can get you around 32, 35 in this one. Only thing with him is, it's Larry Nance. Are they going to play him a lot? Facing Toronto, pretty good defense here, but I don't mind Larry Nance. I personally have Ibaka out. If he plays, obviously going to change this up. But anyway, I really do like Siakam from 30 to 32, maybe 35 in this one. So I really don't mind Siakam. And then I got Greg Monroe at 20. Obviously, like I said, that's if Ibaka is out. I do like him. I think he can maybe get to 23, 24. But the thing is, it looks like they're going to limit him around 20 to 23 minutes. I don't think he's going to play big minutes. That's just the way it is. So I'm not too high on Monroe. Maybe, like I said, if you need someone to punt. So that's where I'm going to go. But I think for the most part, if Ibaka is out, Toronto, without Ibaka in there, without Valanciunas, they're really not a big team. So they'll play Monroe 20, 23 minutes. But for the most part, they're going to go small. So, like I said, Siakam, Kawhi Leonard, OG. That's why I don't mind him a little bit. Might get a little bit extra run. Not too high on Miles or Powell there. So kind of what I'm looking at there. So not a lot of upside, maybe 1 or 2 that you can put in a punt play situation. But for the most part, just obviously not feeling that with a 207 and a 12 spread. All right, so I actually like this game quite a bit. There's about 2 or 3 I like from this one. For the most part, these are 2 of the hottest teams in in the league right now. I think Brooklyn had a 6 or 7 game winning streak. I'm not sure. And then Indiana, and then Brooklyn has a 7 game. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. But anyway, these guys are some of the hottest teams right now. So 211, I think that's a little low. I think it can get you around 215 in this one. I personally have Dinwiddie a little high at around 28. The only thing that sucks is he's 7,100. So maybe on DK, I don't know his price over there. 71, that's crazy. So only a 3.9 value I have him at. So probably not going to put him in there. I just don't see him hitting 7.1 salary in this one, so not too high on him. Collison Joseph, I don't really care for him, as you see my projections there. Shooting guard, I don't mind Oladipo. I kept him around exactly what they have him. I probably had him at 36, so I just kept it. I think that's where he can get you. I do like Russell. I think he can get you 33, 34. I know Indiana's a good defense, but without Russell, they're going to struggle. I had a bad game last time out. Price came down, so I really like Russell in this one. At lower ownership, not too high on any of these guys. I may probably lower Joe Harris to around 21. It's kind of what I'm looking at in that one. 21, 22, not much upside for him. Don't mind Sabonis. I do like Thaddeus Young. I think he can get you around 30 to 33. I got him a little low, but still, he's probably in a pretty good spot. As you see, DVP is 22nd. So both of those guys are in good spot. Plus, Young has been playing some pretty good ball here. If for some reason RHJ is out, you can look at Ed Davis. Might get a boost. Might put him up to 19 or 20. But that's really it. So that's what I'm looking at. And then Miles Turner, I do like him. Like I said, they have him at 37. I probably would have him around 37, so that's why I left it. I do like Turner playing pretty good. Brooklyn 22nd against the center. I do like I said, I'm going to put Turner in there a little bit. I got Allen around 24. Turner is a good defensive player. Maybe 23, 24 is what I'm looking at. So I do like Miles Turner here tonight. All right, moving on. Atlanta and New York, 230 and New York by 2. So this is this is interesting. Both these teams suck. Single digit wins for both these teams. Yeah, we'll have to see here. I'm going to take a quick break, guys. Hold on, my voice is just killing me. All right, apologize for that, but it was just getting to me. Anyway, I got Trae Young at 29. He's GPP only for me. 4.2 value, $6,900. He can get you anywhere from 26 to 27 or go off for 40. So GPP only. I do like Moutier, 33 points I got him at. I think he can get you a little higher, but he's in a very good spot here. If you go look at it, this dude has been putting up a ton of shots, even with Tim Hardaway there, 18, 21, 11, 21, 12. So Moutier, he's definitely playing some pretty good ball. So I do like him quite a bit. I do like Tim Hardaway. Got him for 32.5, maybe even 33. If his shot's on, he's doing pretty good. So I do like him. I do like Kent Bazemore, both those guys. Kevin Huerter, got him for 22. Half decent spot for him. Only if he's in the starting lineup, which he should be. Not really onto those guys. Power forward. I do like Collins. A little expensive, but I think he's in a good spot. I may even, maybe go 38 to 40 in this one. I'll probably put him around there. So I do like Collins quite a bit. For some reason, I don't know, maybe they messed up. They have these guys really high, but I see him around 24.5 to 27, maybe 26 to 28 for Knox in this one. So I don't mind him. Probably not crazy in my lineups, but I might have 1 or 2 shares of him. And then I got Cantor around 30. He might get you 28 to 30 in this one. A Deadman, 26 to 28. So definitely going to be targeting for sure Moutier, a couple of Bazemore, and a couple Tim Hardaway as well. So definitely target that one for sure. 230. So going to be popular. Plus these guys are cheap. So definitely watch those ownership percentages for sure. All right, point guard. Here, oh shoot, sorry, I forgot to tell you the total. 224 in Boston by 1. So I personally like this game. I got Irving at 46. He might even get you 48. Ever since Horford has been out, for the most part, he's been pretty good. I like him. I really do. At home in Boston. Yeah, I really like him. I got him for about 29 in this one, so I didn't change it. Shooting guard, we have Middleton. I got him for 28.5, maybe 20. I might lower that just a little bit. He hasn't been playing crazy ball, so I'm just going to lower the point. I know I'm changing these while you guys are watching, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. I do like Brogdon. I really like him, 28. I think he can get you around 28 to 30. I think he's in a good spot. I have Smart a little high at 29.5. But about 29th against the DVP is Milwaukee. But look at this. The guy's been playing some pretty good ball for the most part. As long as he's in the starting lineup, I like him. Not much usage rate, but that's not who he is. He's there to get some assists and steals and stuff. So I do like Smart. I really think he's in a good spot here. Not too high on Brown or the other Brown either. Small forward, I got Giannis for 54. I think he's in a good spot here. Al Horford is not there, so no one's really there to stop him if he drives. So I do like him. Hayward, I got him for 27. Morris is playing, so I'm not too high on Hayward. I do got Tatum for 32.5. Half decent spot, maybe 32 to 34 in this one. Been playing half decent. Morris is coming back, but I still don't mind him. I got DJ Wilson here at 18 points. Cheap little guy here for $3,900. Henson is gone. So, yeah, this guy, he's been playing a little bit, 20 and 24 in his last 2 games. Playing half decent minutes as well. Doesn't really shoot the ball too much, but kind of an all-around guy here. Rebounds, a couple points, and maybe 2 or 3 assists. So if you're looking for someone half decent, cheap in a pretty good game, don't mind DJ Wilson in a couple filler spots. And then center position, I kind of like Brook Lopez in this one. I know DVP, they're second, but I'm not too afraid of without Horford and Aaron Baines in this one. So I think Lopez can get you 24-25. I think he actually is in a pretty good spot at very, very, very low ownership here tonight. All right, Orlando and Chicago, a 2 of 2. Well, in Orlando by 2. That's a little low to me, to be honest with you. I think it could definitely exceed that by at least 6 or 7 points. So I got some of these guys kind of high. That's just me, which I like because then it really lowers their the ownerships for sure. So I got done at 33 in this one. Portis is going to be out once again, which doesn't really affect him, but we'll get to that in a second. But I do like him. DVP is 18. I just really like Dunn putting up quite a bit of shots, so I'm going to put him in there. I'm not too high on Augustine or any of those guys there. Fournier, 22-ish. This is what I got him. As you see there, not really high on any of those shooting guards. Small forward, Isaac only at 20. He really relies on shot blocking there. So that's all I have for that one. Power forward, I do like Marketing. I think he can get you 30 to 35 in this one. One of the few guys I really like. I may get him going. Raise him to around 32. DVP is third, but like I said, Portis is out, so that's going to help Marketing just a little bit extra. Maybe 2 or 3 extra shots. As we know, when Marketing first came back, no Portis, and he was on fire. So I do like Marketing. I'll probably raise him up to around 32. I really do like Marketing in this one. Like I said, good DVP with Orlando, but it just extra little usage for him there with Portis being out. And then we got Gordon, 27.5. I personally don't really like him too much in this one. He's been struggling. I do like Wendell Carter. I got him around 25, so like I said, didn't really change the score. He's been struggling, but Bobby Portis and Parker are both. I think Parker, I don't know if he's playing or not, but if he does, probably not playing much. And Portis, like I said, is out. So I think Wendell Carter, 24, 25 points for this one. Before Portis came back, Wendell Carter was up around $7,000-8,000. So he does have the potential, struggling a little bit, but I think you could take a shot with him there. And then I got Vukovic around 45.5. He's in a good spot here against Chicago. And I got Mo Bamba at 18.5. Even in limited minutes, he's gets a lot of blocks and steals, and like they said, 3 points per block. So if he gets a couple of those, he going to get you 18 to 20, even 22 points. So, like I said, I personally like a couple from this game, low total, but that's okay with me. I'm shooting for this to be a little bit higher scoring game, and hopefully it is. So that is what I got there. All right, moving on. Minnesota and San Antonio, 220. Kind of puzzling, to be completely honest. And San Antonio by 4. I think that's a little high, that total. Maybe around 217, 218. Anyway, we got D Rose. Teague is out, so I think Rose could be good here. I'm going to put him around 35. DVP is 26, so I like him. Not too high on any of the San Antonio guys. Shooting guard, I got DeRozan, at 36. Wiggins at 25. I got him a little high there. Bellinelli, I got him at 17, maybe even 18, 19. He's been playing half decent last couple games, so check him out. Small forward, I do like Covington. You know how I am with him. I think he can even get you 30 to 33, so I may raise him a little bit. Still coming back from injury, but I think he's in a good spot. Power forward, Aldridge, I got him for 35. Sarge at 24.5. We'll have to see with Sarge. Like I said, Gibson and Sarge, their minutes are going up and down right now, so whoever really has the hot hand. And Gibson may struggle with Aldridge a little bit. Sarge's not the greatest defender either, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. And then I got Towns. I just left him at 37. I'm not too high on him. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there. So I guess you can look at Rose and Covington, and that's pretty much it in this one. So not much going on there. Like I said, that 220 I personally think is a little high. All right, Utah and Portland, a 212 in Portland only by 2. So as you see, most of the games are pretty close games, so they could go either way. All right, I got Lillard around 42. Not the greatest, but I still don't mind Lillard. He's going to be at home, so I may put him up around 43. Utah is playing half decent. They did beat Golden State the other day, so don't mind Lillard. Rubio, I got him for 26.5. I'm not liking him. He's been trash for a couple games now. His shot is just terrible. 0 for 8 last time against Golden State. Mitchell, 34.5. He's going to shoot 185 times in this one. But he only, his percentage is like 300 or so. Just is not good. So if his shot's on, then there you go. But Portland a pretty good defense, so don't expect them to do too much in this one. And then I don't mind Jay Crowder. I got him for 23 points. Not the best matchup, but he's been playing pretty good. 22, 25, and 37 here. Playing, the last 2 games over 30 fantasy points. 30 minutes, and shots are looking half decent here. So I really don't mind him. Rebounds are going up as well, so I think you can look at Crowder. I may have 23. I think it's in a good spot for him. Maybe 24, but that's where I have him at. Really low ownership as well. And then Favors and Aminu, that's kind of what I have there. I may lower to Aminu. Let's go put him down a little bit. He's been kind of trash as well, so I'm going to put him down just a little lower at 21. And then center position, I personally like Rudy Gobert, 36. I think he can go a little bit higher. DVP is pretty good for Portland, but I don't know, man. I like him, and I like him just because, he has always low ownership as well. As normal, kind of a double guy, a couple blocks as well. He's had 7 blocks in his last 2 games, so I could see that going pretty good as well here in this one. So I don't mind him. I really don't mind him. I think maybe even a little higher, maybe 37. That's what I'm looking at. Not too high on Nurkic, easy DVP, but I just don't not too high on him in this one here. All right, sorry about that. All right, Memphis and Sacramento. We have a 212 and Sac by 1. I don't mind Mike Conley, 39. I might even raise him. Let's put him up a little higher. I'm going to put him at 40 in this one. Coming back from injury, but I expect him to be 100%. Sacramento, not a good defense at all against the point guard. So I really don't mind Conley at maybe relatively low ownership just because he's coming back from that injury. I don't mind Fox, 37.5. That might be pushing it, but I think he could have a half-decent game here. Buddy Hield, I got him at 27, which is a little low. But, yeah, like I said, Memphis, pretty good defense here, as you see, number 1. If Bogdanovich plays for some reason, I may have to lower Buddy to around 25, but that's what I'm looking at for now. Temple, 22 points. He's actually have been playing half-decent. As you see here, 27, bad one, 26, and 24. Kind of an all-around guy as well. So I don't mind Garrett Temple for relatively cheap. I got him for 22 points at 5.1 times value. So I don't mind Temple there. Moving on, Valencia or Bajinka, however you say it, 25. Lowered him a little bit, and he hasn't been playing great ball. Anderson, I got him for around 24. Power forward. This is an intriguing one, Jackson. If Jermichael Green sits in this one, which hopefully we have news. If not, I'm probably still going to take a gamble. I got Jackson at 31 right now. If Green is out, I'm going to put Jackson around 33, 34 points. I think he's in a good spot. If you remember when Green was hurt, Jackson was putting up, 35, 40 fantasy points. So if he doesn't get in foul trouble, that's the big thing with Jackson. If he doesn't get in foul trouble and Green's out, one of my favorite plays of the slate for sure. I love Jaren Jackson only if Jermichael Green is out and, he stays out of foul trouble. Center position, we got Marcus Gasol. I got him for 36.5. Conley being back, I think, helps him just a little bit. And Sacramento really not good against middle of the road against the center position. And then I got Willie Cauley, just left him at 30, so I'm not too high on him. So there's a couple from this game that I really don't mind. So definitely keep an eye on some news from that one there. All right, so this is going to be the most stacked game for sure and the most questionable game by a mile. We have a 234 in LA by 5. So Yeah, like I said, I don't think a lot of this news, maybe a little bit comes out, but I don't expect a lot to come out. We don't know if Rondo's going to play, Ingram's going to play. We don't know what's going on with those guys. If they sit out one more game, I think that will help for fantasy purposes. If they're back, it kind of screws a couple Lakers over. So for now, I got Lonzo at 30. If Rondo does play and he's going to play 15, 20 minutes, I'll probably lower Ball to around 25 points. Rondo does affect Ball, but if he doesn't play, I'm going to keep Ball around 30, maybe even 31, 32 in this one. Shooting guard, I really like Holiday. I got him for 46. I think he's in a very good spot, especially with Mirotic being out and a couple of those other injuries as well. And then for now, I have Ingram at 0 just because, if he doesn't play, obviously, I'm going to put him at 0. Mirotic is already out. I got LeBron at 56, maybe even 60 in this one. He's obviously in a pretty good spot at very high ownership. I got Darius Miller at 19.5, just depending on Randall. If Randall's out, I'd love Darius Miller. 29th against the defense here, $3,900. He had 26 last time out. Played monster minutes with 37. Shot 15 times. Yes, I know AD was out for a couple of those, but 6 out of 11 for three-pointers. So this dude's not afraid to shoot that ball. So I really don't mind Darius Miller depending on Randall. If Randall plays, probably going to lower him a little bit. Same as Solomon Hill, 16.5. I think that's a little low. But as you see, this guy's been playing half decent minutes as well. Only thing with this dude is he doesn't shoot the ball, so he is limited a little bit. So I have him a little low. I think you could maybe put him in a one-off, maybe get you 20, 21. But I do like Darius Miller, only if Randall's out. Anthony Davis having issues with his stomach. He did hurt his ankle a little bit during that last game, but it's his stomach issues here for Davis. So I personally think he's going to play. That's just me. And he probably doesn't care, but obviously the LeBron news coming out that LeBron wants to play with him, maybe that, who knows, maybe just a little better game. We'll have to see. So that's really why I like LeBron and 80. I got him at 62 in this one. I got Kuzma at 33.5. That is just because if Ingram is out. If Ingram plays, I'll probably lower him to about 29, 30. But I really like Kuzma, one of my top plays, only if Ingram is out. And then center position, I have Randall at 36.5. He is game time decision, but kind of like Jordan, I think he's really going to want to play in this one, as we know, first time coming back to LA. So that's kind of what I think he's going to play. So if he plays, I'm going to keep him around 36 to 37, and then obviously going to lower Mr. Miller a little bit there. So that is kind of what I'm looking at. For the most part, should be a pretty good slate. Like I said, a couple injuries to really look at. Hopefully we get some news, and obviously some other little news will pop up throughout the day. So that is what I'm looking at. If you guys do like the new little format I got going on, a little longer video, but, I'm kind of going through everything, and you see my own personal projections over here. If you do like I said, if you like the new format, leave a like so I know that you guys are enjoying it. If you want me to go back to the old one, you guys can always, put in the comment section. Just go back to the old one and briefly go over everything. But I feel like this way you guys kind of get a sense of where I'm going with my projections and stuff like that. So, like I said, just let me know. So that is mostly as normal. Would love to have you guys join us. $35 a month for Fanduel and $35 a month separately for DraftKings. To get in on that, check out our website in the comment section below and hit us up on Twitter as well. So, I've been doing my own, been doing personal projections here. Yesterday was a pretty good one for me. It was a 2-game slate, so I just, like I said, didn't post anything, but I played a personal one. And I put Derrick Jones Jr. at 27 projected fantasy points. Everyone else had him around 22, and he finished with 38. I had DeAndre Jordan around 35, 36, and he finished with 40-something. So definitely some of those projections were, doing pretty good for me yesterday. So that is it, guys. I think Saturday is a pretty good slate, and Sunday is half decent as well. And then Monday, I think, is an off day. And then Tuesday is Christmas. So that is it. Hopefully you guys have a pretty good day on this Friday. A lot of news is going to come out, so keep an eye on that. And we'll see you guys all here on Saturday.